So, in theory, it is probably more suited for greenfield implementation. Will that statement be right?
No. But the usage would be more in greenfield implementation, but the better utilization would be greenfield as well as the brownfield. Engagement would be less in brownfield because you won't be doing that much of it with standard workshops that time. You will be just re-engineering your processes. Okay.
Right. So in theory, if my S/4HANA is implemented very well, users are highly disciplined, they are acting exactly to the second, and there's no deviation. That means you probably do not need to have a tool like this, right? I mean, that's in theory.
In theory, if you have your ECC standardized and everything is available, everything is good, and you can just use the conversion tools. You don't have to do any upgrade to the processes or any modification to the processes. Then you can just run the conversion tools. Yes, again, there are certain other challenges which you can do, but that time engagement would be very, very less from Signavio.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of, that's the way I'm a very visual thinker. Sorry, pardon my question.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Everyone loves to have that question because everyone wants to reduce their cost. And why should they will add the cost of SAP Signavio when this is a very highly paid tool?
Yeah, I think you made two important points for me to comprehend. One is the process performance indicators, which I'm going to study. The other one, you said Signavio is more than 50 processes. So 50, what you said?
No, 50 use cases, not processes.
Yeah. So where are those use cases? I just want to kind of sink it in.
Even if you wanted to drive your process improvement programs, not only for your SAP processes, but the other processes, you can find out the problems from here, and then you can plan for the improvement, and you can learn continuous improvement. You can drive continuous improvement Lean Six Sigma programs. If you wanted to assess your process maturity, you can use Signavio. You wanted to mature your processes, then again, it's Signavio. You are planning for the standardization. You wanted to increase the process standardization and adaptability within the organization, then it's Signavio. If you wanted to understand your customer experience throughout the journey of your order management process or your delivery management process, then you can use Signavio. Okay. And if you are going for the merger and acquisitions, and you can use Signavio to increase the process harmonization or to increase the process synergy. Okay. But if you really wanted to have a complete list of the use cases, then you can send me a separate email or email to our support team.
In the chat in a spontaneous manner.
Perfect. Then they will help you to route those requests to me, and I will try to answer your questions as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Okay. Just allow me a moment. I think during the disconnection, I lost track of the slide where we are. But before moving ahead, I just wanted to help you to sign up on a free trial from here. Okay. From this place, you can request your free trial for Signavio. I'm just gonna put this in the chat box.
It's called editor.signavio.com.
This is the site. Editor.signavio.com is the server of Germany. App AU is the Australian server. This is how they are changing the URL.
So I just have to say download now, right? Free trial.
Yeah, free trial from here. Once you connect here on a free trial, you can fill your information and then request a free trial.
Have you already posted the link or chat?
I'm trying to, but unfortunately, I'm not able to get this link. Let me ask from the host. Hi, is support team, can you please put this link on the chat box?
They want 15-character password. My goodness.
Okay. I think there is some problem with my chat box. I can only send the message to the support, not to all of you. You can just Google SAP Signavio in your browser. Just click on the first link. By default, you will be routed on the SAP Signavio website. And on the upper right corner, you will be having an option of a free trial. You just have to choose the free trial option. Then it will route you to the registration form. The link would be different from based upon your geography. If you are in Oceania, then you will be getting the link to the Australian server. If you are in Germany, your initials of the address would be different. If you are the part of US, you will be getting app-us.signavio.com. These kind of links. Please let me know once you are signed up on this. I need your confirmation. Okay, so here we left. So from here, if you can see the screen, so this is the list of all the complete modules of the SAP Signavio. First module is the SAP Signavio Process Insights, which works on the PPIs, Process Performance Indicator. And this will gonna define the process based upon the connected system and the predefined performance indicator, and the data or the business object will be clubbed together, and you will be getting a list of processes of your workspace as well as a recommendation to improve your processes. Apart from that, it will also compare your process with the best practices of the SAP and then help you to analyze your processes. I hope everyone is good till here. Any questions so far?
No, you can move on.
Okay. So process insights will help you to analyze monitor your processes. Then the next module is the Signavio Process Intelligence, where you will be having the leverage to connect with the multiple systems at once. Okay, here you can utilize the SAP Signavio Process Intelligence process mining capability to analyze your processes to the next level based upon your predefined models, or you can define your data model by yourself.
You provide the insight about the the processes which I do not have in SAP. Like suppose my order to cash process starts from different application and then it reaches in SAP.
Okay, suppose if you are connected with the SAP and you are not managing your process within SAP for order to cash, then how the system will get analyze your process? Even if you don't have any records of your order to cash process within SAP, you will getting nothing out of it.
No, like suppose I'm creating the purchase order in SAP, like from Amazon, and it is coming for the delivery, invoicing, and other things. So,
but where the information is getting recorded? Does it getting recorded in SAP?
In SAP itself, yes.
Okay, that means if you are getting an order on Amazon from Amazon, in case will get triggered in your SAP, and your new master data is created for a new customer every time, and against that customer, an order will get created, and that order is processed within SAP. Is that my understanding correct?
Correct.
Okay, so that means for every single time, in most of the cases, when your new customer places an order, your system is creating that means once you receive the order, and every time your customer master data is getting created for a new customer or updated, and after that order will in your SAP system, and that order is processed within the SAP, and every information of that order is captured within the SAP system. This means you are already using the SAP, and the information of that order is getting stored in your backend tables. Okay, if that thing is happening in the SAP, obviously you can measure the performance with the help of the process intelligence.
Okay.
Okay, if you are doing something out of the SAP, okay, and that is not even connected with the SAP, in that case you cannot measure the performance.
In that case, like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Once you analyze your process, then Signavio Process Manager, which is the third module, will help you to design the processes, as well as you can design your process just by a single click with the help of the process intelligence in the process manager. And the process manager is the place where you can collaborate with the other users with the help of the process collaboration hub. The center module. Journey modeler is the other way of modeling the customer journey maps and the vendor journey maps. Signavio process governance, which will help you to put governance on all of your processes, as well as to execute your workflows. SAP Build Process Automation is nothing but a complete RPA package from the SAP. And in the center, we have the Process Collaboration Hub, which will help you to join all the other modules of the SAP Signavio. As of now, these are the major 7 modules within SAP, but there are few recent add-ons which was rolled out by the SAP. One is the Process Transformation Manager, which they have added to Signavio Process Manager and the Process Insights, which will help you to do the internal benchmarking as well as the external benchmarking, and to create the process improvement initiatives. Create and manage the process improvement initiatives. And the latest addition is the Signavio Process Explorer, which is not the part of this particular wheel, Signavio wheel, but the additional add-on where you can go and read all the SAP best practices. If you wanted to get the access of the SAP Signavio Process Explorer, for that you must have to have one super user ID or a P user ID from your organization. That means to access the SAP Signavio Process Explorer, you must have the SAP S user or a P user account. And how you can get the access of the Signavio Process Explorer? From here, after Collaboration Hub, Transformation Manager, Process Governance, Value Accelerator, and Process AI, a new feature which was introduced in June 2024. We'll discuss about this in detail. It's a generative AI feature. Here we have the Process Explorer. Once you click here, you will be getting a web page like this. From here, access it now. Once you're gonna click here, it will route you to the page which will allow you to log in, or sometimes for the first time it will ask you for your super user ID or a S user ID. For me, I'm already having the access of it. So, but you have to get the S user or P user ID. I will showcase the Signavio Process Explorer in the upcoming session. Okay. Let's go back to the agenda. This is the complete wheel. By these two modules, insights and intelligence, you can analyze and monitor your process by doing the process monitoring and analyzing the process with the help of the process mining capability. By these two modules, you can do the process designing as well as you can do the what if simulation, what if analysis or the process simulation. So it will help you to create your process and journeys. These two modules are the Signavio Process Governance Automation, which will help you to improve your processes by executing and automating them. Then last one is the Process Collaboration Hub. If you have done everything, you have analyzed your process, you have designed, even you have executed, you need a one place to roll out all those things. Process collaboration is the place where you can roll out all of your existing analysis, modeling, governance, execution, or the RP bots. This is the place where you can roll out all of your works which you have done within the different modules. On top of this, Signavio provides 100 plus value accelerators for the SAP Signavio to analyze your processes. Analyze, improve, design, or put the standardization on top of it. For that, I will showcase from where you can explore the value accelerators. Again, the value accelerator will only be available with the help of Process Collaboration Hub. In the Signavio Process Collaboration Hub, you will be getting a complete library of the 101 value accelerators. The number would be different based upon your subscription level. You will be getting the accelerators from the various companies, but the major chunk is owned by the SAP with 79 accelerators. In my workspace, I had 101 accelerators available from all these vendors, all the customers of SAP, as well as SAP. But the numbers will be different for you from your subscription level. There are currently more than 300 plus accelerators available. As you can see, these accelerators are for the process intelligence and the manager. And you can choose the accelerators for your processes, as well as a type of industry and what kind of accelerators you want. Either you need the capability map or reference architecture, dashboard, transformation templates, integration, dictionary, models, etc.
What does accelerator here mean? What does it help me with?
Basically, accelerator means which will help you to accelerate your process intelligence, process improvement, or a business process management journey.
Hey, you know, ZaranTech now offers SAP corporate training. That's right. Train your workforce in SAP with our comprehensive program. We offer customized courses, certified trainers, and hands-on labs for both individuals and businesses. Our standout features: bespoke training, fully configured servers for practice, in-house materials, and a dedicated LMS. Plus, get session recordings and 24/7 support. From functional to technical modules, we have got it all. Choose ZaranTech for SAP training and watch your team excel. Learn, upskill, succeed with ZaranTech.
These accelerators, nothing ready-to-build models in the form of the process templates or the data templates. Process templates for the business processes, data templates or the dashboard templates for the process intelligence.
So first time we design a process, like there's something called process manager. We are a company of 5 employees. All 5 of us put our brains and design one process. Start here, create an order, check credit limit, that, right? Then I agree that we all agree that this is our process from now on, right?
Yeah, correct.
So that means if you don't have to do that, I can pick up one of these templates here from the accelerator.
Exactly, correct. Just allow me a moment. Let me open my other workspace from where you can actually see those possibilities.
Which means even though I may not have full knowledge as a user,
yeah, then you can utilize the yes, correct. You can utilize the best practices available from the SAP.
Okay. So these
from the
authors who have published, we are contributors who have contributed to Signavio.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. Just allow me a moment. Let me showcase my other
as an independent company, I can differ from this. I have the right to, for example, probably change something, right?
Yes. Okay. You can differ. Or also you have also an option to create your accelerator and then put them on the market.
Okay.
Okay. As you can see, these are the few collaborative companies who are continuously working in this field and rolling out the accelerators. Apart from that, the major chunk, which is in the mid, is owned by the SAP. This is strategy. Okay. You can explore the process by the product portfolio of the SAP, where you can explore the SAP S4HANA best practices, success factors best practices, or the intelligent business network best practices. They are planning to add BTP and the customer experience best practices as well in the upcoming quarter.
So that means I don't have to start from scratch. There is
yes, you don't have to start from scratch. Let me give you one of the example. Recently, I did a workshop for the process discovery workshop for one of the company. That company is the Portugal-based company. I cannot name the company here, but there when we did the process discovery workshop for their procurement team, they just have only two variants. One is the consumer purchasing, one is the operational purchasing. Okay. But when we discussed them in detail, then we tried to figure out they have more than 15 different kinds of purchasing. And how we figured out? Let me show you. We have showcased the few possible processes for them for the central procurement, invoice management, operational procurement, procurement analytics, sourcing and contract management, supplier management. Let's say operational management is our major chunk. For that, they have only defined one process. But from here, you can see for the operational management, there are multiple other kinds of processes as well. Procurement for retail, for direct materials, for the indirect materials, for the services, for the intercompany stock transfer, for the consumer purchasing, for the serial number management, for the subcontracting, for the supplier management. These are the maximum possible number of processes one can have for the operational procurement.
Okay. Yeah, now I'm beginning to get it. Okay.
Okay. But
so use a template here.
Yes, you will have the template of all these from the Signavio Process Navigator. To access that, you need the super user ID, as user ID.
Okay.
There are certain requirements which SAP cannot make them available for everyone unless they are not using it. So to get that, you need the super user ID. Once you'll be having the super user ID, you can go to the Process Navigator where you can from here, you will be getting a visibility on the process. So let me click on this. Today, my internet is a bit slow. So J45, procurement of direct materials. Okay, this is the process. From here, I will be having a value accelerator diagram. The same would be available on my Signavio Process Navigator. If I'm going to click here, it will route me to the my company website of me.sap.com account, where I have to log in with my super user ID, and I will be having the template as well as all the reference material for this particular process. Okay. Is that completes your
Yeah. So you started doing something and you stumbled upon a template that you thought is a
Yes.
decent one.
That means they have shared only two processes with us in the initial discovery first session. Okay. Then we figured out how the organization, this big organization, can only have two different variants. When we showcase, because we can also see there are multiple other variants, but we cannot counter your customer. Okay. We can only showcase the possibilities they can have, then only they will confirm. So we showcase how many number of processes we can have, you can have, and what is the way of doing it, and who will get involved. Even you are using the process in a partial way, not completely. But if you are using it partially, that means you are having that process. So they end up having more number of processes instead of two.
Okay.
Okay, this is, and as well as the number of variants for those processes.
Okay. And you connected their SAP also with this?
Yes. To do that, we have to connect with their SAP system.
Where do
But
you do that?
that was connected at the later stage.
Okay.
Just to access the best practices, we don't have to connect any SAP system.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Okay, these best practices are readily available, and we can dig down into the detail in tomorrow's session as well. Because to do the fit to standard workshop, we need the best practices in our S4 journey.
So when you connect to SAP, where do you connect it from? So is it connection from SAP or from Signavio or both?
Which one?
The connection between Signavio and SAP HANA.
That connection you can build from the Signavio process intelligence, and this you need the enablement from both sides. You need the enablement from the Signavio side as well as the SAP ECC or HANA side.
So the process intelligence will go and fetch all the documents from tables, or
yes,
and maybe the relevant information. When was the order created?
Yes, you can define the complete information, because you will be either connecting with the tables or either connecting with the CDS views or with the help of the data sphere or data lake.
Okay. So when you connect, I'm not getting like the whole sales order, which has like some 1600 columns, right? Or only relevant information. How does it work?
You can define what is the relevant information you need. Okay. For that, Signavio provide the template to get the major information which you need to improve or design your process or to analyze your process. But if you need the further detailed information, you can add the further fields to the tables, or you can add the other tables which you wanted to fetch.
So let's say SAP project systems, and I want to fetch the project lead time it takes to complete project from, I'm just reading out from ChatGPT. So now there will be a project order. It will have a planned start date, planned end date, actual start and actual end date. So will it go and if this has to be measured, then it will go and fetch this planned start date and planned end date, right?
Then first you have to identify where this information is getting recorded, in what tables, and what other fields are used to capture this particular information. If there is any change, what is the change what is the logic to capture that change from your change tables? Okay, you need the information of the respective tables as well as the headers or the columns of those tables, and what is the logic is used for the service project or the product project or any kind of other project.
But that's a big task.
Yes, that's a big task, but SAP has defined the specific templates for these kinds of processes. Just to accelerate the overall data modeling and the analysis or discovery phase, they have defined the 300 plus templates. I can only access 100 because in this workspace, I have a limited subscription.
So basically, it's like volumetrics are like this.
Yeah.
Spread odd process performance indicators, 300 odd templates, 50 odd processes in Signavio, something like that, right? I mean, is that the volume? And 100 odd accelerators, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to comprehend the scale, right? So maybe there can be more accelerators. Maybe
I will show you how. But let's not deviate from the topic. We'll discuss this in tomorrow's demo session in detail, along with how we can build the integration.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me move back to our presentation. This is where we have reached now. We have discussed about what are the different modules we are having in Signavio. And then the next part is SAP S/4HANA implementation framework. These are the few topics which we will be covering in next 1 hour. First is the SAP S/4HANA implementation framework. Why is phase critical? Transition to best practices and best practice explorer. How to use process insights effectively, how to leverage process reference models and achieve strategic process alignment. So before that, before S4, there are certain challenges for every phase, within every phase. And what are the different work packages defined by within the S4 Activate? Whenever we are going with the S4 transformation, whether it's a greenfield or brownfield or a bluefield, there's always some thought of stakeholders and the common pain points have during every phase. And this problem is not with the one customer, is always with every customer. So in the discover phase, the stakeholders mean the process owners, business owners who are taking all the decisions. So they will always have these kinds of questions in their mind.
So let me make some visual statements.
Yeah.
I think Signavio would be highly useful during preparation and run phase. I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the major role of Signavio is under discover, prepare, and explore phase. And after that, in deploy and run. Because realize phase is majorly where our implementation team or any system integrator will gonna work. But the major part or the roadmap definition will be done under discover and the prepare phase.
Okay, now one question.
Please.
If you do your job in Signavio well, is it a sufficient tool and information for the implementer to blindly refer to it and implement?
Exactly. That's correct. And this is the whole purpose of Signavio. If you do your work well in the Signavio itself, they will be getting a complete set of information from Signavio as well as the ready to available templates. In the case of greenfield, in case of brownfield, they will be getting the complete point of opportunities to implement or to improve in their as is processes in the preparation phase and in the exploration phase when they will be doing the fit to standard workshop or the reengineering workshops. They will be able to define their to-be process maps and what are the changes they have to make while doing the system conversion.
And is it equally useful for both public cloud and private cloud as well?
Correct. Yes. It's applicable for public cloud, private cloud, as well as on-prem.
I mean, say private cloud is all the customization.
Yes.
So because for all practical purposes, private cloud is nothing but I have access to SPRO, right?
Yes. Because my server would be like, I will be using the hyperscaler.
What is those are two technical words. So hyperscaler means like
basically all private clouds are the hyperscaler. So when it comes to a thought of stakeholders and the common pain points, so within the discover phase or prepare or every phase, Signavio will help you to deep down and to resolve all these pain points. Okay, and there are always certain business actions linked to it. When I will be going to the next slide, next couple of slides, you will be able to see how much Signavio is engaged or integrated with the SAP S4 Activate phase or project management methodology. Okay, this is just a glimpse of it, but there are more questions or the more pain points from customer to customer. Okay, I hope you.
And how about like this? Typically, this phase is like user acceptance testing and all. I mean, does Signavio generate those user acceptance test cases also?
As of now, no, we don't have that facility in Signavio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Signavio is only for the business process management. Test case management is not the scope of Signavio.
Okay. But intuitively speaking, it can go into that level of detail, right?
Yeah, it can go. But again, there are a lot of challenges when we go with the task mining. So that's why there are certain add-ons like Quinoa or Fortress IQ, which will help you to do this kind of analysis with the help of Signavio. Because Signavio don't have the task mining capabilities, but there are certain add-ons will help you to do the same thing with the help of Signavio. Fortress IQ, Quinoa, task mining, these are the two major add-ons.
Okay, I'm just putting this here in the run can Signavio.
KNOA, Quinoa. Okay. I hope most of you are familiar about this particular slide. You have seen this image in any of the SAP projects. This is the complete SAP S4 Activate methodology: discover, prepare, explore, realize, deploy, and run. The various phases where we are doing certain set of activities. Okay. Now, this is just at a very high level. I just don't want to skim you through this, but instead of that, I will be showing the complete S4 which
So
will
Rahul, before we
showcase.
move on, just one question from my side. Like we had this SAP process automation in Signavio, right? So what does it do in that case? Like what kind of test does it support?
Exactly no, but it will help you partially, not completely.
Okay.
We have to check what kind of test case you wanted to get into or you wanted to analyze.
Okay.
Okay. So I will showcase the complete S4 Activate in upcoming slide. But before that, there are few points which you must need to understand. There are few points which we have to cover in our phase critical part, because these are the few points: foundation setting, team alignment, which is very necessary for the SAP S4 implementation framework, is clear scope of definition, resource allocation from the SI perspective or from the internal team perspective, whether you are a customer or you are a partner. And stakeholder management should be clearly defined. Infrastructure setup. If your SI is doing the clean code, then most of the cases infrastructure setup should be done by them. But if you are doing with the brownfield, then you would be responsible for this, because you wanted to take the control of your all the processes and all the infrastructure. So that's why this part is very critical. Process analysis. Whenever we are going with the S4 implementation, process analysis is a very critical part, because it will gonna define your clear roadmap for the process brownfield as well as the greenfield. Okay, and in this case, SAP Signavio has a plug and gain capability. In the plug and gain capability, they are having 127 plus predefined set of processes. They analyze your system. Whenever you connect your Signavio Process Insights with your ECC, EWM, S4HANA, or any other system, okay, of the SAP.
Sorry,
There is a
127 is
complete
what? What is this number? This is volumetric, 127?
127 number of processes.
From SAP.
Yeah, from the SAP. When you connect your SAP Process Insights, Signavio Process Insights with your SAP system, whether it's a ECC, B1, or any other, whether it's a BWM or AWM, or even S4. If your S4 is you are using S4, or you still wanted to improve your processes, then you can also connect Process Insights with the S4. It will give you the
Statement here
insights.
is 127 business processes in SAP S4HANA are supported by Signavio Process Insights for giving you the needed intelligence. Is it correct?
No, it is not correct, because SAP Process Insights analyze the process based upon the business object and their usage. Okay. And once the SAP Process Insights connect, all the information on 397 performance PPIs will get extracted, and those PPIs will help to model the process in the form of the business objects in the Process Insights. Once the processes are available in the Process Insights, we can push the process information from insights to the process intelligence of Signavio, and those processes will be available as a process model. We'll be having the I will show you in the demo.
That's a mouthful.
It would be much better.
Yeah, maybe with the simple sentences. I am trying to now connect the volumetrics with what exactly Signavio does within the SAP ecosystem. That's why I'm trying to connect dots.
Okay, let me open the help documentation page of Process Insights. Then you will be able to see.
Oh my goodness, help! How many? It must be 200 pages.
Yeah,
That's why I waited.
Scope. Signavio Process Insights.
So that part I understood. 297 cross PPIs, or 297 or 300 or 310 doesn't matter. But those many numbers of PPIs are the Signavio is capable of analyzing and telling you the truth, right?
No, only Signavio Process Insights.
Process Insights.
Only Process Insights.
Yeah, and so the number that you said a while ago at 297 or something, right? Those are Process Insights.
397. 397. Yeah. Okay. And based upon 397 PPIs, system itself behind up to 127 number of processes under different value streams and a line of businesses.
You need to repeat that. The system means
under Signavio Process Insights define the processes under different lines of businesses and the value streams or value chains.
So you're saying Signavio can create or reproduce 127 processes, 127, right? Said 127
up to 127 processes from the different PPIs in the Signavio Process Insights. So here is the complete scope.
That kind of makes sense. Now, what about the accelerators that you were talking about a while ago? They're also like predefined processes, right?
Yes, those things are different. Accelerators provides the templates to analyze the processes as well as the best practices across different line of business for the different types of companies, as well as not only for the S4HANA, but for the success factors and the intelligent business network, BTP, and the other areas of SAP.
So
This
that's
is the complete
the
scope.
accelerator is a
Yeah.
user contributed repository, right?
You can say that.
Okay.
User or the partner
Company.
or the SAP contributed.
Okay. Repository of business process.
No, not exactly business process, because it also provides an accelerator to use the Signavio process intelligence in the form of the data transformation template and the ready to use dashboard where you can analyze your processes. And the other kind of accelerator where you will be having the best practices available for the different kind of companies for the different kinds of geographies. And the third type of accelerator is you will be having the plug and gain accelerator, by which you can directly connect with the process insights data and then put them into the usable information like transaction usage, process qualitative or in quantitative structure, and the process compliance and the process execution analysis.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. I think Rahul, I think I won't. I lost my gray cells to comprehend. So I would request. I appreciate if you could put this bullet. We call it. I like it. Like a Dalton's thing. Steps.
Yeah, there are a lot of dimensions. So generally, it is better if we can cover all these things in tomorrow's demo one by one, so that you will be having a clear picture what is the scope of particular module and what kind of information we can use in that module and what kind of output that module can generate, which can help us in our S4 transformation journey.
Okay. Okay. Tomorrow, my only request is let's review this volume matrix once again, because I'm just trying to relate what is the extent to which Signavio is helping, the extent, the magnitude. Yeah, I want to know that.
Yeah,
because
so
I will not be able to connect dots. Yeah, that's it.
Here you can see this is the complete scope of the SAP Signavio process insights, only insights, not the intelligence. Insights can directly connect with these systems from SAP environment.
What sets ZaranTech apart in SAP corporate training? It's our unique blend of expertise and innovation. We offer customized courses tailored to each client's needs, ensuring relevant, targeted learning. Our vast trainer database brings you wisdom from the best in the field. Need resources? Access our extensive training material repository anytime. We are all about measurable results, providing detailed student metrics to track progress. And we don't just teach, we build community. Join our thriving social media network, connecting learners beyond boundaries. With ZaranTech, you are not just training, you are transforming your SAP expertise.
CRM, Ariba, ECC, S4HANA, EWM, SRM, and TM. So let me go back from here to the.
So insights is different from
next. Yes, insights works on the PPIs, while intelligence works on the process data, which is collected from the tables. Either insights, tables
PPI,
or
and intelligence is
intelligence, where we have an option to act even with the tables of any system, whether it's a SAP or the non-SAP.
So insights is PPIs from SAP, and intelligence is data sources of any system. Eh?
Yes. Intelligence has much more coverage. Not only SAP, but it can connect with the JD Edwards, Oracle, or any other custom ERP. It can also connect with the MySQL, SAP DataSphere, Data Lake, SuccessFactors, Snowflake, Jira, ServiceNow, Salesforce, and so on.
Got it. So you're saying using the insights, using the PPIs, Signavio is capable of reproducing or generating some process maps.
Yes, correct.
These are some kind of language thing, nothing else. I'm just trying to say.
Yeah. Yes. So
is this possible that maybe teacher can present all of things and then we ask a question? Otherwise, it's a little bit interrupt Yeah.
Sure,
So
sure.
yeah,
I was
that's
just
my suggestion.
yeah, pardon my anxiety. Thanks. Yeah, I appreciate.
This is the glimpse of Signavio Process Insights, which I'm using. When I connected with the S4 system, my S4 system is only into retail, not any other field. So when I connected my S4 system, where we are executing only few of the processes, based upon that, the system collected a data of 6 months. System collected the data from last 6 months, okay, for these performance indicators. And here is the name of all these performance indicators. The SAP continuously working in this SAP Signavio Process Insights development. Till now, we have 398 indicators available. Last week, this number was only 397. So they are continuously developing the process performance indicators. These are the process performance indicators and the details of these process performance indicators and what kind of process data they are collecting, process data or a transactional data or any master data. And the information or the object count is collected from my system in this particular duration. Based upon this, my system showcased that I have 33 process workflows in my SAP S4HANA. When I will gonna click on this S4 33 workflows, I will be able to see those 33 workflows, their object count, their completion, what kind of blockers we have, and how much time on average they are taking to complete, as well as what is respective end-to-end process where they are linked to and the line of business. Okay, I'm going back to the previous page. They will gonna show me how many number of process flows we have, how many number of process blockers we have, what are the correction recommendations I'm having for these number of processes, and what are my correction recommendations for my master data improvement and for the automation and directional data. If I wanted to plan for my long-term improvements, what are different recommendations for my Fiori apps? For the SAP Fiori apps, I can adopt to improve my long-term improvements within my 33 processes. Based upon this, these 33 processes again categorized into the different value chains: ID to market, source to pay, plan to fulfill, lead to cash. Order to cash falls under lead to cash. System is covering overall lead to cash part, where order to cash is further divided into order to fulfill and invoice to cash. Acquire to decommissioning, governance, and the finance.
So these are L2 and these inside this you have L3s, right?
Yes, these all are my these are all are my L1s.
Okay.
These are all are my L2s. And under L2s, I will be having my L3s.
Okay, so the work which solution manager used to do, that can also be possible with Signavio.
Yes, solution manager will no longer be available from Q2 2025 onwards. They are moving with the cloud ALM. So that's why you won't be having the solution manager anymore. You will be not having solution manager support after Q2 2025 onwards.
Okay.
So the future is cloud ALM and the SAP Signavio.
SAP Signavio is the replacement for solution manager.
No, not exactly. You can say that. Cloud ALM is the replacement for the solution manager. Only a partial part of business process management was in solution manager, which will be available through Signavio. But Signavio do a lot more than solution manager.
Okay, but that SAP Cloud, you said that one can be used in the on-premise
Cloud ALM.
Cloud ALM can be used for online.
It can be.
Okay. On-premise. Okay.
Cloud application lifecycle management full form. Okay, and this is from the end-to-end perspective, from the end-to-end value chain perspective. But if you wanted to go with the line of businesses to improve your processes, it will help you to identify the levers under the various lines of businesses. Even if you wanted to improve your days payable outstanding in your finance, or the day sales outstanding in your sales process, you can choose the right lever to move ahead or to transform your process. If you wanted to improve days payable outstanding in your finance, you can choose the lever. It will show you what are the different processes you have available, applicable to improve your days payable outstanding. And just by clicking on the process, you will be able to see the process flow, how many number of objects it is using, and what is the performance of my other matrices for the respective business object. Supply invoice, accounting document, under these are my matrices. Red are underperforming, amber are still not too bad, green, which does not require any modification because they are already performing well, blue, where I won't be having any data. I can choose what are my blockers, which is highlighted in the red, and then I can further drill down into the detail. From here itself, I will be able to see the information of my performance in the my cases, where I will be having the detail of the cases, and then details of the cases in the form of the predefined list, predefined columns by the SAP. I can download that into the Excel. This will not take a time because this is coming from system of my S4. And based upon this system, it's generated a corrective recommendation and the innovation recommendation. We can choose to go into the further, and then we can implement the same into our system. Okay, if you wanted to showcase how much monetary value it's gonna bring on the table, we will be able to detail when we are going to further next to this particular recommendation. So for now, I'm just going to off the monetary value. This is how you can improve your process with the help of the process insights. If you wanted to do the value analysis for your processes, this will help you to find out the quick wins in the respective areas of your business processes. How much value you can save from your process just by improving effective value drivers. This is just a number of quick wins which I can apply to my system, which can help me to save this respective potential value. I can further drill down into the respective performance indicator. Okay, if I have to plan my transition, the best IT are applicable for the these are the from here you can see process insights itself, compare my process against the best practices available for the public cloud as well as the private cloud. So if I wanted to transform my processes and go for the process improvement or a greenfield or brownfield implementation, I can choose a process as well as the best practice available for the similar kind of process. This particular process sales order item creation to delivery creation. We are having the best practices sell from stock 5HL for consumer products, which is applicable for this process. So I can dig down into the further details as well as I can explore the process from here. Here I'm gonna click, it will gonna route me to the SAP Signavio Process Explorer for the respective process. And then from here, I can further drill down into the details to see the performance of this process to identify the major pain points from the SAP perspective. What is my benchmark? My process is already performing well as per the industry benchmark, falls under the top quartile Q1. So this is the place where I don't need to improve my process because this is performing well. But I can choose my any other process which may not be performing well here. This particular process is very underperforming, falls under the first quartile. And the time to complete this process is 48 days for all the cases on an average. Here we are having a lead time between the business objects, and then I can plan my improvement opportunities from here, identify what are my top blockers, bottlenecks, and the most improvement opportunities. The system itself identified these are my 3 blockers and the respective business objects. Once I will gonna go into the respective matrix, I will be getting the information based upon the behavior, and then I can compare within the companies or based upon the document type or based upon the division, material, so-to party, etc., etc. If I wanted to further analyze my case details, I can get into a sales document information where I'm having the information or the respective fields from the SAP. This information is coming from the live system. Again, I can download this information in the form of an Excel CSV. Once I will gonna download this information, the information will get downloaded into my local system in the CSV format, where I can further analyze into the detail. Okay, this is just an overview of the Signavio process insights. Let's go back to the process about slide deck, which we have to cover. This is the last part, transition to best practice with Process Explorer. Till now, we have seen the performance of the processes, as well as we can also go to the Process Explorer just by clicking on the respective best practice available for the similar kind of process. And then we can do the process comparison. We can find out the violations, which we're gonna cover in tomorrow's session.
So one question, I think this Process Explorer, that means Signavio also has a repository of other industries, other companies, etc.
Yes, they have.
And will that not violate any data confidentiality?
No, it will not gonna violate data confidentiality because you are not going to get the process data. You are also they have signed up the agreement with a few of the companies in the respective area to get their benchmark data, process benchmark data. Okay. Also, they have signed up with the APQC, American Process Quality Control, which is nothing but one of the topmost process classification framework organization who used to define the process classification framework for the different kinds of companies. You can further go into the process capability matrix or the processes for the different types of industries, whether it's a pharma, healthcare, retail, telecom. It will not gonna cover 2 of the areas. One is the federal services and another one is the aerospace. Apart from these 2 different types of domains or different types of companies, you will be getting the processes for all the best practices for all the kinds of companies, whether it's a discrete manufacturing or any other kind of organization.
So, which in some substance, there is substantial seeded information repository within Signavio. Substantial, right? From SAP, from other partners, from industry, best practices, Explorer.
Yes.
Okay, understood. Well, you mentioned one point a while ago, I think 4 or 5 slides ago, about master data. Now, how does Signavio understand master data? Is it whether master data can be inaccurate, incomplete, or non-current, or right, or it can be blank?
Yeah, there are 2 ways of doing it. Either you can use the SAP templates to understand your master data based upon the type of industry you have, else in your logics to understand the master data. We have both of the options available, custom or the standard.
Okay. So it can be like It can be indirectly used as a master data governance tool as well, Signavio.
No, I will not say that.
Okay.
This is just a process governance tool, a business process management tool.
Material master has a field which says safety stock 35. And in reality, safety stock should have been 29 based on the current state of affairs in SAP. So Signavio probably is not capable of making that distinction.
It will help you. If you are continuously using Signavio, it will help you to address the violations, what it should be and how much you have. Okay. If the system is collecting the information from last 1 year and the difference came in last couple of months, then Signavio will address the change and will give you the violation report as well. But this is just an use case which we have implemented in one of my retail division, where we were able to find out few violations. But this is not a right use case where I can say Signavio will help you to put the governance on the master data, but there are certain ways by which you can utilize it.
Okay.
In that field.
Sounds good.